Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pickup Playtest. It's your host, TTromPlaysGames. How's everybody doing today? Are you ready for Midway arcade treasures? We are going back to really old school arcade games today here on Pickup Playtest because I have a compilation of them. I actually have several compilations of them, this being the first one of the Midway Arcade Treasures series. And I have Midway Arcade Treasures 1, 2, and 3 currently in my PS2 collection. So, for today's episode, we shall be delving into the world of the very first entry of the series. We're going, oh wow, way into this like ancient temple pyramid type thing to access all of these ancient arcade games of yesteryear. Yes. You're presented with this menu, and then you basically just scroll to the various hieroglyphics here on the temple wall, and you are greeted with a wide swath, a wide variety, a wide array of old school arcade goodness. Look, we got Rampage, Marble Madness, Bubbles, stuff I haven't even heard of. Like, oh, I don't know, what's this, Defender 2? Well, I think I've heard of Defender stuff. There's Gauntlet. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go through like every single one of these in this episode, but we're definitely going to play a handful and just kind of immerse ourselves in the old school goodness. Let's start off with something like, here we go, yeah, sure, Marble Madness. Let's start, who doesn't love spinning their marble around the various tracks, the various levels in this game? I admit, most of my experience with Marble Madness comes from the port on NES, which I also own. And this is going to show off a little bit of TTrom's naivete. I didn't actually know this was an arcade game before it was an NES game. That just shows you how little I knew of Marble Madness's true and illustrious history. But nevertheless, it is making its appearance here as the first game we're messing with here on Midway Arcade Treasures. So let me know, first off, right off the cuff, let me know if y'all have compilations very similar to this, and if you think these are worth showing on Pickup Playtest. I think they are, because you basically get to see a lot of different games in one episode. I think that's kind of a nice little bonus. Nope. I was trying to turn to the right. I swear. I promise I was. There we go. I have various types of anthologies and different things like that. I have these Midway games, obviously. I also have stuff for Atari and Intellivision. Boy, this is not going well. I might have to restart. Nope. Definitely think I'm gonna have to restart this one. Epic. You're seeing TTrom's epic Marble Madness skills right here. There's the X right down here. I might be able to get it. No. You can literally see the checkered flag right there at the bottom. Yo, AAA. We're gonna be AAA on the leaderboards. The most common, I'd argue that AAA is like the most common the most common name you'll see on basically any old school arcade leaderboard, because most of the people can't really be bothered to enter their initials. But hey, were you one of them? 80s arcade stuff, were you plastering your initials all over Donkey Kong Jr., Joust, all these kinds of games? Were you putting your initials out there to let people know, like, yes, I am the true master of this cabinet. This arcade cabinet has nothing on me. If you are, then let me know. Let me know how much of an arcade guru you are out there. I'm interested to hear all of your stories and stuff. How much you ruled the roost at your local quarter-munching arcade back in the day. Oh boy, come on. There we go. Arcades are still fun these days, but they're just not the same. You don't input quarters anymore. You just slide your cards and stuff. So there's no stacking quarters waiting for, like, I got next game. You know, none of that. It's just wait your turn and scan your card and go. Hey, look, we actually beat that race right there. Okay, I have no idea what this level is now. I haven't played much of Marble Madness beyond those first couple of levels, so come on. I can't even. I'm bouncing too hard off the walls that I can't even. Oh, this is... Can I, like, slow down, please? There, I can hold this button to slow down, I think, so that'll at least get me down this ramp. Even though it's not going to get me much after that. Yeah, okay, I'm going to time out for sure. No. Hey, look. We're back to putting in Okay. Like, there was one that said, like, UFO in it and stuff. Like, alright. That's enough of that. Let's try something else. You gotta love this, by the way. I love this, like, Comic Sans or whatever font on the pause screen. Oh, you gotta love it. This game, I think, has 2 versions of Joust. Again, showing off my old school TTrom naivete, I didn't actually know there was a sequel to Joust. Anyway, let's try the first one. Okay, X to flap. Movement with the stick. Sounds simple enough. The Daily Buzzards and the Joust Champions. Prepare to joust. Prepare to joust, buzzard bait. Oh, I got completely owned already. Don't you love it? Come on, flap harder. Flap harder. Well, can I get one guy at least? Come on. There. Finally. That counts as a hit, right? I'm too used to the Nintendo-inspired Joust game, i.e. Balloon Fight, and so the controls in this game are a little wonk to me. They don't feel quite as tight as they do in Balloon Fight. But this came first, right? So come on. Come on. I think I might be able to beat this level if I get this last guy, right? No, they're starting to respawn. This is no good. So they keep coming back if you don't defeat them fast enough. That's hilarious. The game basically punishes you for being a scrub. Good thing I'm not putting quarters into this rapid fire, right? Okay, okay. This is just going to turn into a half hour of TTrom shows how much he wouldn't do very good at old school arcade games. The Pickup Playtest edition. Yeah, and this is coming off the tails of my Rayman Hoodlum Havoc, or Thy Game is Over. Come on, I gotta try that again. Or not Hoodlum Havoc, Rayman Hoodlum's Revenge video, which I felt kind of like paranoid about because I got better at it after I spent like a few minutes playing it because of that whole top-down perspective was just really throwing me for a loop. But eventually I got better at it, so maybe that video ended up getting more well-received than I initially thought. I wouldn't know because as of the time I'm recording this, I have not uploaded that episode yet. Oh, come on. I feel like the hitboxes for me to get knocked off of my bird are like infinitely bigger than the ones of my enemies. And that annoys me. Whatever, I guess I'll just pick up these eggs for bonus points since I can't do anything else right in this game. And then when I finally hit the button fast enough, I think I'm gonna, win. Be able to... Oh, look, I got wave 2. Be able to land on him. I, go too high. I go too high, too fast. To all of the people who absolutely destroyed Joust back in the day, I'm sorry I am being pathetic with it right now. Hey, I got an idea. Let's immediately try the sequel now. Let's immediately try the sequel. Maybe it feels a little bit more refined. Ooh, there's a transform button in this one. I have no idea what that even means. Flap to select something or another. Okay, let's go. Start at level 1. I don't want to, skip anything. What was it, talking at me? By the way, I'm sorry if this game comes across as quiet. I've been messing with the sound settings on this particular game for, a half hour, and I just can't really get it to behave and be not completely quiet. I think just the way the PS2 emulates these games is just a tad on the quiet side. I can't get any of these guys, dude. Whoa, I just transformed into a flying unicorn thing. That was definitely helping me out a little bit there. I got like 3 guys. The game just said, "Be careful, warrior." I did actually barely hear it that time. Oh my word. Maybe I should just throw in a bonus one time of... Maybe I should do balloon fight now, like, as pickup playtest sometime soon, just to show you that I'm not completely trash at that type of gameplay mechanic. No, I don't know. Gauntlet. Sure, why not? Let's try Gauntlet now. I gotta be at least decent at some of these games, right? Fire, magic, add health. I know a little bit about Gauntlet. You gotta just walk around the maze and, you know, collect treasure, shoot baddies like ghosts and stuff. Open keys to use doors. I'm kind of getting like tutorialized here. Player loses 9 health. Shoot or avoid ghosts. And you can take out generators. Okay, cool. Sorry, I live in an apartment, and I think you might be able to hear. There's some people out there in the hallway. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Sorry if you can hear them. All right, let's do this. So arrows, X button. Yes,
Treasure 100 points.
Treasure 100 points. I love these voiceovers. How new to the arcade scene were these voiceovers back in the day? Were these like, what is the first arcade game to have voiceovers? Like, I want this to be an educational episode of Pickup Playtest. Were some of these like some of
Keys to open doors.
Love the voices. Save keys to open doors. Whoa! I think I can just continually add health, right? Like, just press triangle to add health. Yeah, so even if I keep getting beat up, I can just add health. That's what it was. That's what it was. You would put quarters back. Look, I'm getting absolutely swarmed. But I can just simulate putting infinite quarters into the machine to just give myself as much health as I possibly could ever ask for. That feels cheap. Holy cow. Exit. Run, flee. I just set like all those ghosts free. What are these guys?
Save potions for later use.
Thank you, game. I was hoping there was going to be another quick, I was hoping there was going to be another voice clip that I could point out. Anyway, any Gauntlet fans out there? Like whose hopes and dreams of finding a YouTuber that's good at their favorite arcade game am I dashing now? I swear, I go into these episodes, pick up playtest, just hit record, and whatever happens, happens. So if y'all are disappointed in my play style, then I guess you'll leave me a dislike and show me just how much I'm butchering the classics. But hey, what are you gonna do? I did get a dislike recently on my Castlevania 3 episode, which I find hilarious. It's like, I don't really take much offense to people disliking and stuff like that. It's like, they probably were just, you know, longtime fans, and clearly I'm not good at Castlevania 3. If you watch that video, I only got like a couple levels in.
Remember, don't shoot food.
I probably did accidentally shoot food already, but thanks for letting me know, game. I think you can shoot treasure, too, accidentally. Can you? I'm not entirely sure. Get out of here, you grunts. I think that's what they're called. I just destroy their generators over here. There. Oh! This is just not even gameplay at this point. I'm just brute forcing my way through this corridor, just mashing the button. Destroying the generators. Hey, eventually that works, right? That's how they got you with this game. They're just like, if you want to brute force your way, you better come to the arcade with like a sack full of quarters, and then that way you can have all the health you need. You know, for games that basically just kind of like 3 tries and you're done, making your health tied to the amount of quarters you put in the machine is such a greedy, mischievous, and yet somewhat effective way to do your arcade, to make your arcade game center around it, to make your clientele spend as many quarters as possible. You can definitely smell the greed with this one. Like, yeah, they'll want to keep playing as long as they keep pumping in the money. Look, see, I just gave myself a few more buffs, and now I'm back up to, like, almost 6,000 health. Like, okay, no big deal. This just turns into something where you strategize and, like, you pick your class and everything to just button mash through the corridors of the game. This isn't even... Is this even entertaining? Is this even funny to watch? I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna try to even just not shoot them. What if I just, like... Look at me just... I'm not even pressing the button anymore. I'm just walking through them. And there's so many things on screen. Look, I can actually make it to the exit. And there we go. Well, since I basically broke this game... At least it looked like the demons kind of from, like, Doom, almost. Since I broke this game, it's probably not super entertaining, so we should probably switch it up. Shouldn't we? Oh, look, there's the food that I'm supposed to not shoot. I have over 10,000 points. That sure is epic. Alright, let's try something else. This is no longer fun if TTrom just blasts through everything because he gives himself infinite health. Let's try Rampage. Yeah, cool. This is the game, if I'm not mistaken, where you, like, destroy buildings and stuff, right? Like as a giant King Kong type character. There's also, like, a giant wolf man, a lizard dude looking... Lizzie, George, Ralph. That's kind of funny. Jump button, start the game, punch button for directions. I think this is the punch button, yeah. You must eat food to survive, climb buildings, and punch open windows to find food, destroy all buildings to advance to next city. Experimental vitamin has ill effects. Ooh, some intense lore we got going on here. Just do we like hit the people? Can we eat the people? I think he's eating the people. Boom, 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 boom. I am definitely not King Kong, but some sort of imitation of him. Be very afraid. I think you're supposed to like start at the top of the building, right? Because if you do that, then you're gonna fall and take damage, right? Probably. I don't think I actually took damage from that fall. It kind of slows you down a little bit, but I don't think it... Okay, it barely damages you. Like, okay. That dude had a flamethrower, but I ate him, and then I, like, breathed fire for a bit. That was kind of cool. Get wrecked. Dude's throwing, like, Molotov cocktails at me from the window, but I don't even care. Look, I can just eat people's, like, Molotov cocktails and breathe fire as a result. Don't try that. Don't try that at home. Don't feed your giant mutant monkeys Molotov cocktails and expect them to just give you a nice show full of like fireworks and stuff. In fact, don't actually feed them anything like that. That is a completely bad idea. Terrible idea. This game is just sending terrible messages to mutant monkey pet owners. I would recommend keeping them in their cage and properly training them and all that good stuff. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? Yo, I actually managed to make that jump to the next building. And we're just barely punching these dudes because I'm almost out of health, so I'm trying to be careful. Boom. And there you go. Wait, what was that? So George is actually just like this human this whole time? What's going on? What is the lore of this game? Oh, okay, so when we get dropped in for another round, that's all of a sudden when you don't take damage from falls anymore. Video game logic, fun. If the game drops you into the game, then it's fine. But if you drop yourself by destroying the building, you'll take damage. We don't care if that sounds backwards. Oh, now we're taking on Chicago. Dun, dun, dun. Ugh, come on. That lady is just begging to ride on top of my shoulder, and can go for a piggyback ride. Come on. She's just... What am I... Ugh, helicopters everywhere. Is there any sort of strategy to this? I mean, it's kind of fun and cathartic in theory to be a giant animal wreaking havoc on a city. But, like, I kind of was expecting it to be more fun than this. It's just kind of walk around and button mash, just like Gauntlet was. Again, it wouldn't be like that in real life because you'd need to continually pump quarters into this. But yeah, I guess it is a simple and effective mechanic of just making you feel powerful, I guess. Maybe just a lot of the methodology behind some of these early arcade games was just keep it stupid simple, right? What sounds like fun? How about we just beat the crap out of people as a giant mutant mega vitamin ape, and go from there, right? The rest will just fall into place. People will pump quarters into it, no problem. Okay, well that's enough of that. Let's try one of these like car games over here. Road Blasters. Yeah, sure. I don't have any recollection of playing Road Blasters, so special weapon, fire. I don't approve of the gas button being on the right stick. That's a little awkward, but I guess I'll try it. Why can't I just hold down a button to accelerate, you know, like most racing games? Bubble City Expert. No. Let's go to the Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Press any button to begin play, but that one pauses the game. Here we go. Alright. Steer, and we got the fire button here. Some fire, like other cars and stuff that are in my way. Get wrecked! What's this? Extra fuel. Okay, cool. I just now realize I have a tank meter down there at the bottom of the screen. So, must make sure I remain fueled. Grab the green bubbles of fuel. Don't you wish it was easy? Just that easy in real life. Uh-oh, the game's talking to me and I can't understand what it's saying. Okay. More cheesy voiceovers, you gotta love it. No, AVGN already made that joke though. Like in his like Ghostbusters episode. Don't you wish it was easy in real life to get gas, just run over the gas canisters? Yeah, here it's just run over, I don't know, gas bubbles. Catch an auxiliary weapon? Ooh. Oh, so just hold down for rapid fire. Yes, okay. Low fuel. I probably exploded due to low fuel, or maybe I just hit something. Come on. Gather more health. This might be a relatively simple concept, but all Pickup Playtest episode long here. This is far and away the most fun I'm having. Leave it to the racing games or the car games to just be like, yeah, cool. Give me some high octane action. Give me some weaponry. Shoot some cars. We're good to go. Not bad, not bad. Also, probably just because I'm having more luck with it. Joust was embarrassing. Gauntlet and Rampage were just too button mashy for my liking. But this, I don't know, man. I could play this for a little longer. Beep 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 beep. More fuel, thank you very much. Watch out for the mine. Oh no, that red thing isn't the mine. There's actual, like, mines, like, down below. Okay, okay. Dodging the wrong things. You'll love to see it. Come on. Can I get the next checkpoint before I run out of fuel? Can I? Oh, better yet. Beat the freaking level. That's what you like to see. Oops, I was celebrating too much, and he said something about a score multiplier or something, and I missed it. Of course I did. Anyway, by the way, I'm probably just playing these games wrong when I am like complaining about Rampage or complaining about Joust or anything like that, or Gauntlet. Like don't take my critiques the wrong way here. I'm not saying all these games suck by any stretch. It's just they're classic and they have their own spot in history. Don't get me wrong, but I'm probably not playing them properly. You definitely the best way to experience these was probably actually back in the arcade when it was in their heyday. But to have a special compilation like this on PS2 is pretty cool. And even though it doesn't capture the intensity of, like, say, Gauntlet, for example, where you're, like, on your last stretch, and you desperately want to get more health, so you drop a quarter in last minute. Even though some of that stuff is kind of lost in a game where you don't need to keep forking over quarters. For what it's worth, this kind of compilation is still worth it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what some of your favorite compilations of games that you have. Do you want me to show off potentially maybe more in the future? Like I said, I got some for like PS1, I think, for like Atari, and in television. Like, I wonder if I can get those to work. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, what are your thoughts of these old classic Midway arcade games? What are some of your favorites? Did I play some of your favorites? Did I butcher some of your favorites? Let me know. I think I'm going to pretty much put the lid on this episode. It was fun, but definitely I would need more experience with each of these and sit down and play a little bit more if I was going to actually like show it off and be like confident in how I was playing. But the very nature of Pickup Playtest is just to pick up and playtest. And so the less experience I have with it, like, at least sitting here recording it, the better. I mean, like, obviously I'm well versed in a lot of these games that I've played so far, but I'm not trying to practice a whole bunch, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Right before I record, my main thing is just get the sound to be halfway decent and then press record and go. So as a result, you might get some videos like this where, you know, if I was more familiar with these arcade games, I would have performed a little better for y'all, but hope this was worth it nonetheless. And definitely let me know about your opinions on some of these games. There's plenty that I didn't pick. There's 720, 2 Jousts, there's Clacks, there's Bubbles, there's Defenders, I think 1 and 2, there's, you know, the Gauntlets, like I said, there's Vindicators, Tubin, Root Beer Tapper, a bunch of things I didn't get to, Super Sprint. So yeah, if y'all have, you know, opinions on any of these classics, maybe I could even revisit this game in a future episode and play some extra ones, who knows. But yeah, mostly let's just have a discussion about old arcade goodness and stuff that isn't Nintendo, like Popeye or Donkey Kong or things like that. So maybe it's just because I'm out of my comfort zone and not playing Nintendo-based arcade stuff that this was a little rough around the edges. But hey, I still thought it was fun. And having all of these Midway arcade treasure compilations is something I'm pretty proud of. Happy to have them in the collection. All right, before I keep rambling anymore, like I already am, it is officially time for me to wrap up this episode of Pickup Playtest. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Hope I didn't completely rob you of a decent retro arcade experience due to my lack of skill, but I appreciate all your support nonetheless. Until the next episode of Pickup Playtest, and really until the next upload here on the TTromPlaysGames YouTube channel, I have been your host, TTromPlaysGames. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.